Hey everyone, Richard here at Calvin Wazoo, bringing you another video. And today it's a contest entry over at the channel Low Noise Jason Skilz. Very interesting contest, unique. I haven't seen other contests formatted this way in terms of the types of questions. Or I should say the type, because they're all revolving around the number 3. It's his contest for 300 subscribers. He has surpassed that line already. He's beyond 300 subscribers. But nonetheless, it's an interesting contest. Oh, here's my video entry on that. Plus, I added another related item because, me, sometimes, I just do things my own way. So yeah, he's got 3 questions to celebrate 300 subscribers. And the first one is to show, he said either a CD, a record, or tape. And for each of these questions, I'm going to show both a CD and a vinyl record. So the first one is a record by a trio. All right, so for the CD, is this, and it's Japanese heavy metal. The band is Ningen Isu, and I put the little obi strip inside because, I don't have a slip or whatever, but so here it is, Ningen Isu. This band has been referred to by metal fans as grandpa metal because the lead guitar player and bass player have been together since the 1980s. And their original drummer left at some point, but the current drummer they have, who's much younger than they are, because I'm guessing they're my age, they're in their 60s. But their current drummer is, at least 20 years younger than they are, I'm thinking. But anyway, their music is easy to find on YouTube. So, it's Ningen Isu. And you can see that they were planning a tour in Europe in 2020. And they were also, I believe, planning to come over to North America to do either the US or Canada or perhaps both. But, the pandemic happened, and so that kind of, killed that. But anyway, it's really good. Heavy metal. I really, really like it. This CD I got from Amazon. It's kind of a compilation of all their material. They have a ton of CDs. Everything in their catalog is on CD, and virtually everything you're going to have to buy from Japan. This, however, as I said, was available. I didn't check before making this video. But this was available on Amazon. It's not cheap. It's a 2 CD there, and it's got a booklet, but I tell you, this stuff is like really, really great. I really, really like this. So Ningen Isu, very strong power trio, heavy metal, that, like I say, often gets referred to as grandpa metal. Now for the vinyl selection of a trio, sort of sticking with the Japan theme, however, we're going with the Oscar Peterson trio, and the release is On the Town, and this is a Japanese pressing. It's also the Japanese white label pressing, which does not add any significant value to this particular record. It's mono, and I tell you what, they're just really outstanding piano playing. Peterson is just, on fire, but the the other members of the band at that time. And of course, this is going to be this is the insert, that's, oh yeah, here are the players, I think. So there's Oscar Peterson. Well, there's Ray and Herb. Ray Brown, okay. And who is Herb? Oh, here it is. And of course the Obi is, let me see if I can do this without, because the Obi here is like in kind of touchy shape. Roy Brown and Herb Ellis. Ray Brown's piano, bass, and then Herb Ellis is guitar. So no drums, but just some really incredible piano playing by Oscar Peterson. So if you like that kind of piano jazz, this is a really, really great release. Okay, so on to the second question, and that is a good third album, all right, by a band that you like. So for the CD, I'm going to go with the eponymously titled Velvet Underground. Now, if you ignore the Scepter studio sessions, which were the earliest recordings of the Velvet Underground, but they really didn't show up until, later. And so there's a recent reissue of these recordings. The Velvet Underground and Nico is like the first album, and then you go to White Light, White Heat, and then, we go with this, which I guess this is when they, Lou decided that John Cale was no longer welcome in the band. But great songs on here. I love just about every song on here. And it's also a really nice CD. So that is the good third album. And then for the vinyl representation of this, I'm going to go with Love It to Death, Alice Cooper. This is a Rhino reissue that's on, is it white vinyl or is it kind of a splatter? Yeah, it's kind of a white with gray splatter vinyl. This is a really, really solid third album for Alice Cooper and his band at that time. I mean, there were the two earlier albums, which are, they're not bad. I have them. But when this came together, they had really, really gelled in terms of the style and sound that they were to have pretty much for the next 3 to 4 releases, because then you got Killer after this, then School's Out, and then $1 Billion Baby. So yeah, for the next 3 albums, really, really incredibly strong stuff. So yes, a great third album. All right, now a 3-record set. So for the CD, on the 3-record set, I've got The Clash on Broadway, 3 CDs. It's a great compilation of all their basically hits from their entire discography. It's a great CD package to have. It's got a decent booklet with it, and it's it's just great for putting on the stereo, and then you just let it play. If you're doing other things and you want to listen to some Clash, it's really, really good stuff. And holy moly, talk about the selection of songs. The first CD has 25 songs on it. The second one has 20 songs. And then the third CD has 18 songs. Good stuff, including Yeah, it says here, previously unreleased, Every Little Bit Hurts. They have a live cut here of Lightning Strikes. An unedited version that's nearly 7 minutes long of Straight to Hell. Any other? One Emotion, a previously unreleased version of that. So yeah, there's some other nice little tidbits on this. So great little 3 CD, triple CD package. For vinyl, I went with The Grateful Dead, Europe 72. I had this when it was first released, and so of course, you know, when I lost my vinyl collection, I had to go back and get it. So I don't even know if what I have now is original first pressing. It's on the Palm Tree Warner Brothers label, but it does have the Grateful Dead logo. Let me find. Yeah, so it's the Palm Tree label, but you can see it's got the Grateful Dead logo on it too. But I can't remember if that qualifies as a first pressing or not. But nonetheless, a really, really good live album. One of the better live recordings that they released. I think it was shortly after that they released Steal Your Face, which had some issues with sibilance. It wasn't the greatest live recording. That was reissued recently, but I never got a clear answer from anybody if they were able to, in the remastering, reduce or eliminate that sibilance. So I never picked it up, and then of course you don't see it in the stores anymore, so who knows what people want for it. So those are the 3 questions that Jason had for his contest. The third, I'm adding another one though, just because I think it's appropriate. And what it is a 3-sided LP, and a 3-sided LP that was originally released as a 3-sided LP. You know, there were a few that came out, and one of them that is a really solid album is this one, Johnny Winter, Second Winter. So yeah, this was originally released. You know, there's 2 records, but only 3 sides. So I thought that way I would throw that in as a little extra one. This is just a Columbia One Eye. I think this was an early pressing, the year of its release, but if I remember when I was cataloging it in Discogs, it was a much, much later pressing. So that's my contest entry. Hope you enjoyed that, and always remember to pray for the people inside your head, for they won't be there when you're dead.